K Black Boxing. I'm here with another video. Before I continue, I just want to, just say this disclaimer. It seems like today, in today's day and age, that you can have an opinion. If you do have an opinion that's different from others, people automatically think you hating. So when I got that out the way, I'm just go straight to the video, man. Errol the True Spence. Is he indeed, as his name states, the truth? In my opinion, at this moment, I don't know. Errol Spence, as of late, I'm gonna say the last year, in the past year, Errol Spence been getting praise like no other. I mean super praise. He actually, I'm gonna be just totally, I gotta just be honest, man. You can agree with it or not. He haven't did anything yet to get that type of praise. Is he a good fighter? Absolutely yes. The way he go to the body is like no other, especially in boxing today. He jab good. He cut off the ring good. He's strong. He's a southpaw. He's like robotic. And what I mean, I don't mean it in the wrong, in a bad way. I mean that he do everything in the correct way. When you first go in the gym, when they teach you how to really box, the right way. That's how Errol Spence continues to fight today. There's a lot of boxers you see today that still don't have that, they don't have the fundamentals. Errol Spence got the fundamentals. So my thing is this though. What has he really done to receive all this praise all of a sudden? I know what really happened, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. The two biggest fights on his record so far, the Kell Brook fight haven't happened yet. The two biggest fights on his record is Algieri and Leonard Bundle. Of course, Leonard, they're going to compare him and Keith Thurman's performance against Leonard Bundle, and that's cool. Keith Thurman knocked Leonard Bundle down early and basically outboxed him the rest of the way. And you see what Errol Spence did, knocked him bugged out. Chris Algieri, he fought Provodnikov basically with one eye the whole fight. He got knocked down early, and he survived that fight and won. Manny Pacquiao, he got knocked down 6 times, but he made it to the last bell. He gave Amir Khan, a good fight actually. The losing effort. But he fought Errol Spence, and Errol Spence dispatched of him. This is what it is. It is what it is. And those are 2 good wins, because those are the wins he had to do in order to face Kell Brook. And I'm glad that Kell Brook has actually went back down to welterweight to face him, because I didn't want him to relinquish the title. If that happened, then so be it. I just want to see Errol Spence fight for the title. And I say, when they do fight, I would rather see Errol Spence win, because I believe Errol Spence really would unify. If Kell Brook get past Errol Spence, Kell Brook is gonna. He thought once he beat Sean Porter, he ran and fought basically, quote unquote, his mandatories, a bunch of bums. He beat Errol Spence. He's gonna run for the hills, and he probably don't even come out of England. That's why it's very, very important. A lot of people think Errol Spence is gonna beat Kell Brook. But I don't know, man. It's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion, because Kell Brook is strong too. He's a big guy, like Errol Spence is big. So I don't think Errol Spence is gonna be able to blow through him like he did Bundu and Algieri, and basically everybody else that he fought so far. And if he does, hand claps and kudos for Errol Spence. And if at that point, if you want to say he's the number 1 welterweight, He's the crown. He's the king of the welterweight. He's the new face of boxing. He belongs on a mountain of his own. Then, hey, it is what it is. You can say those things. But until then, he's just a good fighter. Who has the potential to be great. But don't the other fighters have that same greatness if they stick to their craft? Some of those other fights could be great too. I ain't gonna say no name because this is strictly about Errol Spence. I believe that people should allow him to be great, not just basically put it on him. He's great. Because if he falls on his face, I guarantee some pure boxers gonna be, pure boxing fans that really is a fan of the sport gonna be like, there's nothing wrong, champ. It didn't work this way the first time, but you keep on working hard and you can do it again. You can pick yourself back up, fight for a title, and then, hey, it is what it is. But many of these Fairweather fans that are, basically giving him basically the key to the city, so to speak, is gonna run away. There's nothing wrong with liking a certain fighter. Everybody got their biases. I don't care who you are. Everybody got their biases towards the fighter that they like. But you still got to see these guys in action. So him fighting, Denny Garcia and Keith Thurman fighting, put the welterweight division a step closer of who is the guy and who is, close to you. Since they unified, Keith Thurman is a step closer to, to we seeing who is the number one welterweight. All right. Kell Brook Errol Spence fight, another in the same category. This fight will see who's closer to the unified division of the welterweights, or who is the king of the welterweights, quote unquote. But like I said, all these guys got to fight each other so we can really see who is the king before we crown someone before they even did anything. So like I said, I know Errol Spence called a lot of people out, and it wasn't his fault that some people didn't want to fight him, but he's fighting to get that opportunity to fight the guy, so you got to make the best of it. Because ain't no excuses. He got to go with her. He wanted to fight. The dude fought him. He could have, like I said, dropped the title. He didn't have to come back down to 147. But he did, and he's fighting, you, Errol Spence. So, hey, like I said, if Kell Brook wins, he's going to be like, hey, I fought the toughest, roughest person. Because y'all call him the king of this and king of that, and before he did anything, so I'm talking about Errol Spence. So if he said, like, well, I fought the king of the welterweights, I fought the roughest, toughest person in the welterweight division. Hey, I fought him. Y'all can't say I haven't did nothing. I fought the guy. Y'all can say you thought Kell Brook ran with that victory over Sean Porter. What do you think if he beat Errol Spence, especially since people are bigging him up? My thing is this. Before those fights with Bundu and Algieri, some people bigged him up because of what he did out sparring. Many people, it was rumors at first that he knocked out Adrian Broner and had him out on his feet. He gave Floyd Mayweather all he can handle, even blacked his eye. I think Barry Hunter was the first person that said something about his sparring with Adrian Broner. And Sam Watson even indicated that he had hard sparring with Mayweather. Mayweather even kicked him out. And he didn't even want to pay him, but he said he brought him back later on and paid him and all of that, right? Adrian Broner denied it, but Errol Spence eventually came out and said that everything that happened did happen. So, and it goes to this part. Floyd Mayweather vouched for Errol Spence. Once he said, like, well, I think he's a young, hungry lion. He's the next up. He's the next guy. He's basically the heir to my throne, in so many words, right? Keith Thurman, he should fight under my undercard and fight Errol Spence for a title. You know, he said he gonna put. I forgot what fight it was, but he said I put one. I basically relinquish one of my titles so him and Keith Thurman can fight for it. And the reason why he said Keith Thurman name because Keith Thurman was the number one contender for his belt. So instead of fighting him, he wants somebody to basically handle his lightweight because he didn't want those problems with Keith Thurman. I'm not saying that Keith Thurman was gonna be Floyd, you know, because people love to you know they love to what's the word I'm looking for, man? Sometimes I be drawing a blank, man. They love to recycle your words or basically say, oh, he said this, he said that, you know. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Keith Thurman would have beat Floyd Mayweather because we don't, you know, Floyd Mayweather retired now, so we never know what's going to happen. But Keith Thurman really wasn't mentioning Errol Spence's name, and Errol Spence keep mentioning Keith Thurman name, so it's the narrative that Keith Thurman is ducking him and stuff like that. You know, so, and it's funny, he said they big and Errol Spence so big that it's funny when they, at the Garcia and Thurman fight, basically at the broadcast table they had Spence, Porter, and Berto. And, you know, Berto and Porter was talking about their upcoming fight. And they basically went to Spence like, man, he's like, everybody's ducking you or unwilling to get in the ring with you. You know, now, how you going to say that in front of two guys? Although they do got fights coming up themselves with each other. But how you going to say that in front of two guys that's in the same division as this guy? You know, so my whole thing is this. I don't think that Kell Brook fight is going to be as easy as people think it is. You know, many people think Kell Brook is going to get knocked out by Errol Spence, and he's going to knock out Keith Thurman too. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think either one of those fights is going to be that easy. Because when you step up in competition, as many fighters have, you seen what happened. And if you do blow through Kell Brook and Keith Thurman, then like I said, hey, at that point, he is the unified. He is everything go through Errol Spence. But before that happens, you gotta sit back and relax and just watch and see how he progress. Cause you know he's doing a lot of different contenders and fighters that come up the ranks. We've seen this happen many times before, and we thought the fight was gonna be the goods. Then eventually they fall off because we put them on a pedestal so high, and we believe in the hype so big. You know, we believe in the hype. We want to believe in the hype. Then it become a letdown. So this is my 2 cents, man. I'm going to end this video, man. And if you think I'm a hater, it is what it is. But hey, it's just my opinion. It's how I feel. I just think guys got to fight each other. And if y'all think that Errol Spence is and truly is the man at 147, then hey, you got your opinion, man. I just got mine. Until all don't fight each other, we'll see then. You know, it's K Black Boxing. I'm signing off. Like, comment, and subscribe.